love synchronized swimming. I call it synchro for short, but it's my passion. It's what I've done since I was 10 years old, and I love that feeling of being a part of something like bigger than yourself and competing.
And she'd want to go to extra practice, or she'd stay in the pool afterwards. Those are the kinds of kids that you don't make those, they just are born that way. And
I think when I was probably like 14, that's when I made my first national team. I had already experienced being the alternate for the last Olympics. The last national team that I was just on, I was the duet, so that's the top in the country. The 2012 Olympics was my ultimate goal. Last June, we were in Spain, and I was just at a duet competition, and I noticed my knee was just sore. They sat me down with a bunch of the doctors, and they were very serious. Then they said, "We found a tumor in your knee." It was really, really hard moment, but I remember thinking, like, not really even like worrying about synchro at that point. It was more just like my life. And
Meghan has osteosarcoma. Well, it's still fairly rare. Meghan's 21 years old, and she is getting treated at Children's because osteosarcoma is generally a pediatric type of cancer.
so basically what they did was take out my tumor, which was right here. They took out about this much of my tibia, and then they drilled a rod into my tibia bone right here, and then they drilled another one up here into my femur, and then they did a full knee replacement.
Your decision okay? Unfortunately, osteosarcoma has a fairly significant rate of recurrence, so we will complete a full course of chemo to give her every opportunity to not have that happen.
The chemo that I'm getting for the next 7 months is just to make sure that nothing would reoccur or come back. I think I would have a completely different experience if I wasn't at this hospital with these people. And as hard as it's been, they've made it so much easier.
What drives me and what drives all of us here is working with the kids and the kids themselves. You know, you get inspired on a daily basis. You're working with families that are fighting so hard and fighting so hard for often long periods of time. You know, it's not always easy, certainly.
every one of her nurses, every one of the PCAs, every single person is just so wonderful and smiling.
Like they've become like just part of my life.
There's a different vibe walking into Children's Hospital. I feel like in a way that synchro prepared me for this. I compare a lot, and I'm like, oh, if I can get through a 12-hour practice in the sun in the middle of summer, like, I can get through this. I can get through a day of chemo, and the days are long, and I'm really thankful that I've had synchronized swimming to help me get through cancer.
I'm really proud of her.
It hurts to stretch it, but I just have to do it because that's the only way of getting it, you know, back to normal. I don't know if I can ever be at the same level that I was.
She's made so much progress, and her leg looks great. I think she's going to be able to get back in the water. What do you think, in a week or so?
Mm-hmm. And I want to try it again and everything. I want to see what I can do. I mean, why not? I mean, you know, you put your mind to it and you can do whatever if you work hard, you can do amazing things. It's still going to be hard to like watch the Olympics and be like, I could have been there. That could have been like my experience, but there's more to life than just that one moment, and I feel like I've had so many of those moments before.
You know, in her sport, she was a big role model, but at the same time, I think she's touched more people through this, you know, having the osteosarcoma, and it's given her an opportunity to maybe have been, you know, to have touched more people than it would have ever done. So in a way, maybe this is the path.
This is my Olympics.
This is her Olympics.
This is my,
you know.
yeah, maybe it's just a different way of looking at it.
Mm.